Police report Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested after repeatedly shoving boyfriend Christian Coleman and throwing a pair of headphones at him. She's an abusive heifer, ain't she? I thought she changed her life. Listen, I haven't made a video about Sha'Carri in like a couple of years. I think it's been a couple of years since I made a video about Sha'Carri. And I thought her and this dude was in love. I told y'all the Western woman is done. The Western woman is done. I've been trying to tell y'all Sha'Carri is mentally unstable, and she has been for quite some time. All these women are going to take her side. Earlier today, Let'sRun.com reported that Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested at Seattle Tacoma International Airport on Sunday night. Now we have obtained the police report from the incident and know why she was placed in police custody. Richardson was arrested on Sunday night after an altercation involving fellow elite sprinter Christian Coleman at the airport, during which it is alleged that video shows Richardson repeatedly pushing Coleman and threw a pair of headphones at him. According to the police report, Richardson and Coleman were involved in a verbal altercation as they went through security screening. In the report, Officer Paul Chung of the Port of Seattle Police Department wrote the following about the incident. I eventually learned and watched security video that corroborated what I saw on camera, that Coleman and Richardson were involved in a verbal altercation as they exited through a security screening just outside the screening area. Richardson is following and getting close to Coleman several times as Coleman appears to be trying to walk away. Y'all see that? He's trying to walk away from her. He doesn't want to get into no altercation with her. But you can't tell the black woman, no, you can't walk away from the black woman, because the black woman is going to follow you and the black woman is going to engage in an argument whether you like it or not. Richardson then pushes Coleman hard enough that it sends him crashing into a nearby column. Coleman continues to try to walk away in an effort to get away from Richardson, but she continues to bump into him and get into his personal space. What a masculine heifer. What a goofy masculine heifer. And y'all see why black men don't want to date black women? You see why Shannon Sharp felt like he was better off with a 20-year-old white woman than a black woman his age? Or any black woman. She again pushes Coleman, again hard enough that sends him flying a few feet away. At this point, it appears Coleman goes back to the TSA screening lanes in an attempt to get help. Richardson continues to follow him, still getting close to his personal space, and she throws a pair of headphones at Richardson, striking him somewhere on his body. Coleman was interviewed by the Port of Seattle police at the airport and stated that he had gotten a heated argument with Richardson, whom he said was his girlfriend of over 2 years. When asked to elaborate on what he meant by heated, Coleman declined to do so. He stated nothing happened and denied anything physical had occurred, trying to help this heifer, but they had it on video. He declined to provide his name or share his identification with the officer, and declined to participate in any further in the investigation. The police report also stated that Coleman declined to be a victim. Oh my goodness, man. You see, black men, do y'all see why we get treated the way we do? Because we take the abuse of these black women, of these melanated queens. We take their abuse. So much so that he says nothing happened. He's providing a fake name and he declined to be a victim. Y'all see why these black men are not dating black women? We just take the BS that we deal with this woman. He showed so much restraint. I have to give him props, but he needs to leave this girl alone because he has a career to worry about. He has a career he needs to worry about, and he needs to focus on that and get away from her before she ends up ruining his career. Because that's what's going to happen. However, because of the video evidence, Richardson was placed into custody on probable cause of domestic violence, 4th degree assault, and booked into the South Correctional Entity in Des Moines, Washington. Didn't know there was a place called Des Moines, Washington. On Sunday evening, though she was released on Monday afternoon, Washington was very stringent, has a very stringent domestic violence laws where an officer has to make an arrest with no discretion. If something happened within 4 hours of the officer arriving, 4th degree assault is the least severe series of the 4 degrees of assault. They even gave her a slap on the wrist for that. According to the video, she shoved him multiple times, threw headphones at him, but they're giving her the least of the charges.
Bullied that boy into not snitching, lol, tears of joy.
Right. Snoop Pop bullied him into not reporting it. That is crazy. Once Richardson was booked, the prosecutor in this case, the city of SeaTac prosecutor's office has 72 hours in which to file charges should it choose to do so. It was not immediately clear if any charges had been filed in Richardson's case. None were listed in Richardson's South Correctional Entity inmate file. So she may get a slap on the wrist, maybe a fine for that. But what happens when it happens again? You see, now she's going to be embarrassed. And you know what Shacarri is going to do? She's going to do everything in her power to get him to react now. She's going to make him look like the bad guy. That's why he needs to walk away now. What's good, Kayla? He needs to walk away now before she tries to ruin and sabotage his career. Richardson's agent, Emmanuel Hudson, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nothing's really going to happen. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. They do not hold these heifers accountable. Yes, she should be in jail. She's a criminal.
Wow, yet they claim that men aren't safe.
Right. Appreciate that, Black Goku. We put up with a lot. Black men who are in relationships with a lot of black women who have mental issues, they put up with a lot from these women. That's why you see these married men over the years become more and more neutered, because they put up with so much. I could never. Because especially if I'm with a woman who's unstable. Sha'Carri was getting beat on by her Jamaican girlfriend a couple years ago. And then boom, she's back dating men all of a sudden. I knew that something could happen. Now there's going to be people who are going to try to push a narrative that she didn't do anything, he made her do it. Y'all know, trying to absolve her of any guilt. Sha'Carri is a self-sabotager. Yeah, TMZ not saying nothing about this. All the other usual websites are not speaking about this. And this happened 4 hours ago. They're all quiet about this because they want this to go away. I would not be surprised if she reached out to these blogs and told them not to post it. But guess what, Sha'Carri? I'm not those blogs. And not only am I going to post this, we're going to dissect, like we're doing now, we're going to dissect you as a horrible girlfriend. Somebody who always ends up in a bad relationship. And again, is she going to put this dude on the T-app? She needs to be put on the T-app. She needs to be put on the T-app because something is wrong with this heifer. Something wrong with her. Every relationship she's in is a problem. I wouldn't be surprised if she was fighting that other girl. The other girl just beat on her more. Sha'Carri needs help. Sha'Carri is a self-sabotager, and Christian Coleman, who's a sprinter, the best thing he can do is walk away from, because all he's doing is helping her career. See, her being in a relationship with him benefits her. It doesn't benefit him. It benefits her and her image, because she's been trying to clean up her image. Look at Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion is in a relationship with Klay Thompson because she's trying, Rock Nation is trying to clean up her image. But how long is that going to last? Klay Thompson don't be wifing chicks like that. Klay Thompson date chicks and then he breaks up with them. But it's all about fixing an image. But they got video recordings. I hope they release the video. I know she's going to try to do everything she can to keep them from releasing the video, but that video needs to get put out so everybody can see what's going on out here. So everybody can see what us as men are actually going through. Tory Lanez's appeal is coming up. And she's, by the way, she's still trying to sanction Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez need to be released.